intro other than Dem-oCrazy because the tariff wars have begun. As of recording, Trump is tariffing Canada and Mexico and a bunch of other places because he thinks tariffs will win everything, even though it's mainly it's uh why it didn't work last time. It's not gonna work now. Wow, that burp came out of me.
It's just like, the thing is that the other countries are retaliating with tariffs on their own, and it's super annoying because it's like Trump's an idiot. Like those people are gonna do what they're gonna do, but it's like the people that support him, and it was about the economics and shit on there. It's like, can't you see how you're getting fucked? Like he did a literal hiring freeze that fucked you guys over. You're still with him. Now he's gonna put tariffs on them on these food supplies that you need.
But that tells you, even though they said they voted for him based on the economy, they didn't understand the economy to begin with.
Yeah, that's still true because it's like the bird flu is still going, and he basically put a gag order on any information on that. So they're still gonna be like higher eggs. Why is it so much higher? It's still the Democrats' fault. Like, okay.
Yeah. They're so set on clearing everybody else out that they're forgetting, oh, well, if there is nobody else out, when things go wrong, we don't have anyone to blame because they're literally not there anymore.
That's why I'm saying this plan doesn't work. Like they're basically boxing themselves into a corner. Like Pete Hedge says this said the other day, DI is dead in the Department of Defense, even though he's a real DI hire.
Yep.
And it's and it's like, okay, so you're saying it's on day 10. So that means are you going to take responsibility for the rest of the years, or somehow it's still in 2 years? It's still DI and Democrats' fault. Like,
Oh my God, except in his stupid shit. Except in his stupid.
If Pete had said, I didn't even know that they have Sean Duffy in the administration, a guy from like what the Real World.
John Duffy.
That's just,
I'm just
that was his favorite fave, a reality star who was married to the bitch who was on Fox and Friends, the same show that Pete Hensick was on. Like, I'm surprised they don't got Will Kane up in this bitch.
Give it time.
Give it time. Yeah. Like Kevin said, just give it time.
And it's like, we're still in the beginning of the administration. Remember, the last time we started with Omarosa.
Yeah, we had Scaramucci so shortly that he became a term. Like, I mean, give it to Republicans. They know how to branch it.
Ride of who pops in and out for a bit.
You know what? It's like, the sad part is we're going to get Robert F. Kennedy out here talking about shit with the blood-brain barrier, but doesn't know when it asks about what are you talking about. It's like, I don't know. Then why'd you fucking bring it up? Like, what?
Okay,
because I got to talk and get attention.
I am 100% convinced that Robert F. Kennedy is a robot. Have you seen that hearing? He was literally like, I was half expecting him to explode. Like,
well, even footage kind of gave away that he possibly was trying to subtly take a what the fuck are those called? A Zen, one of those nicotine pill, the little things that basically look like Altoids but are basically pure nicotine.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah, he was sitting there. You could sit there and see him doing like shifty eyes looking around and then motioning something to just kind of slip into his mouth and trying to pay attention again like nothing happened.
He's fucking out here saying like his Lexapro and shit. It was a harder path to get off of than heroin addicts. Like, bro, you die if you take heroin. You could die if you stop taking heroin. Like, what?
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing. I'm picturing that's how he got the brain worm to begin with. He was signaling something with his hand, And then the snake just casually just goes into his mouth, and like it was kind of always like, and then the thing just goes.
You know what? I think America's greatest tragedy is that Cheryl Hines, the hottie from Curb Your Enthusiasm, was married to this guy. Like when I found that out, I was like, "What the fuck?
Girl was
Seriously?"
back there during the hearing, just sitting back there, and I don't understand. How are you still even in there? After all the affairs, how are you still in there?
The
Get
affairs. What he probably has really weird kinks. His shit with like fucking animals and shit on there. It's just like, girl, is it worth it? Like enough to be like, I was married to a Kennedy, the worst one, but you still got it. Like, let's move on. Like, I don't understand. Like, is this a Melania Stockholm syndrome shit? Like,
oh no, Melania is just waiting for her funds to kick in. That's all that is. We're riding this out. There's probably some clause in there that needs Trump to die for her to have full money.
But
Unless
over this, that's not the real Melania. That is just that's the body double or triple now. Because like the original Melania's been dead. I mean, that's just a fact. She has been dead. And then the body double came in, and the body double did something stupid and died. And now this is the body triple. That's why the body triple sleeps in a separate room altogether, because just think, he's not even orange anymore. He's brown. He's brown.
Dude, he's brown, but he's lucky because you know what? Melania at least popped out barren.
Be careful with all that brown.
Yeah, he might get deported himself.
Gone through a reverse Michael Jackson. He is no longer a white man. He is brown.
So he's just another self-hating brown man that's supporting other brown people? He's Indian now?
Oh God. I mean, if that were the case, then he'd have been married to Sir Couchfucker, JD Vance, because like, and he's too busy fucking furniture. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he stuck. He put his dick in a vase, and the vase like it was stuck. So, oh man, imagine that awkward combo. Like, it's just like I need some butter or some lube. The vase decided to not let go, and I refuse to crack this thing with a hammer because my penis.
Dude, this guy at the base, he's all here saying like, "Oh, we're Christian values." Like, he's like, you need to stop caring about other people. That's not what Christianity is about anymore. If not, you're on the wrong side of America. That's what they're all pushing now. Like,
that's not what we do.
but the plans make no sense. Okay, so like the ICE raids, so you got people. It's funny that the people in Central California voted for Trump. Now their people are not even showing up to work for fear of deportations, so they're losing money. All these other jobs are losing money because people aren't showing up to work. How are they gonna do the fake infrastructure rate when like 80% of the construction workers are illegals? Like,
well, they'll just have incentive for white people to do it, and then white people will be like, no, because the white people are just way too lazy, and then they'll just go to the next demographic, and like let's say the next demographic turns out to be black, and then the white people will be jealous because black people are doing everything better because that's usually how we do, and then it's just gonna hold this whole rigmarole, and it's just
no, when the jobs get down to the white people that they really want, but they won't do it, they're gonna blame the black people for not doing it, and that they're lazy. They didn't want to do it in the first place.
It's also interesting because even thinking about that, it's like, oh, well, y'all are so lazy. You used us for slaves. How lazy could we have been?
Right? It's like you didn't even want to do the work yourself. You could have saved yourself money.
Like, makes no sense in any argument of that unless you're eventually gonna go, okay, fine. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Because they're still going off of, which was ridiculous, that Trump blamed that airplane crash on DEI before there was any information. And when asked,
I was hoping to touch up on that. Thank you for bringing it up. That
because it's so crazy. Because then when they asked what facts you have for that, I don't know, common sense. That's what he said. That's it.
It's not common sense. Because like by that very logic, what happened to the air traffic controller? Shouldn't that person been like, dude, like
Yeah.
helicopter?
When the air traffic controller guy was on, they had nobody there. The people who were in the air traffic, they're all understaffed. Like, guy was doing like two jobs for supposed to be two people for it, and they've made such a big thing about this. We're cleaning out FAA. Now there's been like what 3, 4 fucking crashes of airplanes in the past like 4 days.
Well, I thought it was just the two. There was the
Philly, there was Philly, the one in DCA, and there was like another one. But even so, still, even two, man, like
yeah. I was gonna say like two in a
it's not
row.
a coincidence.
Mm. And we still know nothing. We still know next to nothing about the Philly one. That's so fucked up. Like that just, I was just like literally, it happened like one, and then right after, then the other. And I'm just all like, Jesus, what the? Well,
Oh,
you know,
but it's okay because the head of the FAA was on the real world, so he's not DEI.
oh my goodness. Oh,
He's not underqualified to be there because his experience so far is make believe on TV shows.
mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I was drinking.
And you know what the worst part of it is? Tulsi Gabbard. She's like the most dangerous bitch of them all.
Didn't she shoot the dog?
No,
No.
that was Kirsten Noam, who's going to be head of DHS, by the way.
Oh, for
Yep.
fuck's sake.
Right? So yeah, so you have that. You have Cash Patel, head of the FBI, who's out here saying, "I want to put back trust in the FBI," when he was the one degrading the FBI for 4 years. Make that make sense? He was the one who organized with Jason Quire and organized these other attacks. But he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be head of law enforcement. That's my job." And you have Tulsi Gabbard, who's out here sucking every fucking dictator they can, Vladimir Putin, but Syria off Shar, whatever, from Syria before he got thrown off. Like, that's who you want in charge of intelligence. I mean, yeah, she's hot in a white pantsuit. I will give her that, but she's crazy.
Most of, most of like the picks are fucking crazy, dude. Are you kidding me? I mean, like Hexa, he will. It's 9 a.m. Time to drink some whiskey. Like it's just that. Like at least I
Pretty much.
was. At least like I personally, like me personally, if I'm gonna drink, it has to be like at least at night. Like that's the thing. And the only time I'm actually going to like drink is like if it's a weekend or I'm on vacation. A la like when me and Robert went to that LA thing that will never be mentioned again because fuck Cinema Connect. But so like for instance, right now I'm just drinking Gatorade, but because for some reason the Gatorade tends to freeze up when I put it in my fridge, and I've been trying to make that thing like not as cold.
Dude, I just feel like him as Secretary of Defense, he's just gonna go to a foreign country, get drunk, and then try to take his way with some high standing diplomat of the country, and next thing we know, we're at war.
Yeah,
Like,
he's gonna go to the Gulf of America.
Oh
Just-
God.
Why would you want to rename that? The fuck is so good? First of all, there's nothing very good about the Gulf of Mexico. Everybody knows that. Oh, Doug, it's beautiful. That's why they're calling it the Gulf of America. No. He's just doing it because he wants to look. He wants to be remembered for something other than letting the virus in, because that's the one thing he's remembered for right now, despite everybody trying to say otherwise. He let the virus in, and that's what and he's desperate to like try to leave a mark and Gulf of
Wait,
America.
but if he would have kept it as Gulf of Mexico, he could blame the hurricanes from Mexicans as well. It's like they're letting the rapists, the hurricanes in. It's going very badly. We need to take those hurricanes and send them back to where they came from. No more asylum.
Yeah, exactly. No, let's nuke them. Let's nuke the. He literally suggested to nuke the fucking hurricanes. What the fuck? How can?
Yeah.
What the? Why would? What? How?
I think there was some talks about what if he just swapped Puerto Rico for Greenland.
He,
Like they just do a
It's all
trade. I just
strategy.
heard some talks about it. Like they just do a trade. Straight trade.
I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this. I think on like last week's Dem-oCrazy, like why he wants to buy Greenland so badly, and I did a mock interview um, with Trump when HBO did that interview with him. Like I overdubbed it. I asked way too many questions, and the Greenland subject never made it to the final cut. So I just released it as an audio clip. And again, it's just like, Mr. President, why do you want to buy Greenland so badly? Because it's green.
It's
That's gotta
all
be
we
why.
need.
That's gotta be why he wants Greenland so bad. He thinks it's green.
Just say it.
Just say
Well, I mean, if he was smart, if he bought Greenland, what you do is just turn it to a giant prison island, and they can send all the legals and political enemies he want, and let's call it Trump land, and it'll just get all this money, you know, more so from his meme coins.
oh,
That's a
don't
grip.
even get me started on that meme coin business.
And all these other fucking television news stations that are selling with him because they want something, like Paramount selling them because he wants the Sky Fight dance merger to go through. You
Oh,
know,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
he's just getting free money. And the thing is, I was listening to this podcast the other day, and it makes sense to say, like, because basically Trump is trying to control the DOJ. I think he had previous lawsuits, civil lawsuits against the American government. He could just tell the DOJ to settle his own lawsuits.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucked up.
it
But no
is.
one cares. Because this is a new America. Old rules don't matter. Nazi salutes don't matter. Elon Musk taking control of the finances and locking all these people out. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
I just
You
hope
do it every day. It's fine.
I just hope something bad happens. Like something bad is gonna happen with all this nonsense that's going on. Something really bad's gonna happen, and people are gonna be fucking pissed to the
No,
point where
we need something really, really bad. Like, honestly, because we thought the whole COVID thing and shit would have sucked some people loose. Nope. It has doubled down. It's like, we already knew we were going to get screwed, but we need these other people to get screwed even harder so they can finally get it back in their fucking head. They don't fucking care about you. Stop keeping up for them. Like,
Yeah.
all these people are getting fired, they're getting laid off, closed. Like, but you know what? It's not Trump's fault. I just shot him a tweet. I shot him a thing on there saying, "Oh, not me. I voted for you." They don't give a shit about you. They already got in the power. They don't need you anymore. They're just gonna fucking squeeze these other guys to rewrite laws. So there's not election anymore. So why the fuck would they care about your fucking opinion? You're just a flyover state. They don't even need to go fly to you guys anymore. They're thanking y'all.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the flyover seats outlived their usefulness.
Yeah, it's like I don't have to go to fucking. They're like, good. I don't have to go to Iowa anymore. Good. I don't have to go to Florida. I don't want to go to Alabama anymore. Great. Mississippi, nope. Like,
Done with it.
That's what's gonna happen.
why do you think all these people who are like Christian O was the governor of Iowa, all that shit, they're getting out because it's like we don't need this shit anymore. This is like fucking what with that Katniss thing with the book with Katniss in it, but how they have District 1 and shit on there. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Mockingbird or whatever the series is named.
Hunger
You mean Hunger
Games.
Games?
Hunger Games, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what this shit is right now. Like, and the sad part is like Democrat Party, opposition party, they're not really fighting that back. They're just kind of like, yeah, I mean, there's a few who are still saying shit, but come on, man, like, it hasn't even been 20 days. How much shit is already getting wrong, man? Like, damn. It hasn't been 20 days. Like, this is starting to become the true 28 days later bullshit.
I'm pretty sure most people on the left are basically still like trying to. It hasn't hit them yet, if it makes any sense. Like they haven't. Like it hit them initially, but then they're just all like that kind of dead silent. You know what I mean? And
Well, I know they might still be deteriorated, but I guess I would give them a little pass. Is I think because you need people on the right to realize what's going on, like because we've been screaming people in the face saying like we told you you're gonna do this, especially black people have been telling these white people they're gonna do it, and like no, not me. It's fine. I'm white.
Yeah.
Which kind of really pissed me off about some of those Mexicans that vote or Latinos who voted his own thing. He's like, oh, we came in the right way. You think these cops know? Do you think they got a spreadsheet that this goes to thing? The good one. No. Like, like they're gonna take your ass in, and unless you get a lawyer, it's gonna spend like a long time fighting this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna have to fight for all your family members and all that kind of stuff. Like, and then you're gonna come back and be pissed off, and they're gonna go to your little country club like, how can they do it with me? I was here. I communicated to this campaign. I sold out all my other friends and culture. What the hell?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. That's you live in the wrong zip code. That's what it boils down to. Jesus Christmas.
And you know what? Cash Patel's being set up too. That's why they got this dark out of there. Because one of these days, Trump's going to take an operation too far. He's going to say there was credible FBI evidence. It's going to turn out it's bullshit. And then he's going to say Cash Patel has gone rogue, and now we arrested him on treason.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a wait to see. I give it 1.5 Scaramucci's.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'll see your Scaramucci's and add 2 spicers.
That's all the way. I mean, Pam Bondi's already backed into a corner, like not even like 5 days after a confirmation hearing.
Girl didn't backed into a corner. She built that corner.
She did the opposite
decided
of
she was gonna do tower defense. That's what she did.
She did the opposite of Dirty Dancing. It's like only he puts baby in the corner.
Good God.
Yeah, right.
Like I said, most of them are just at a base level. They're just too dumb to even lie their way through things. Because even JFK, I'm sorry, he did put the attempt to lie, but you're too fucking public to lie. You're trying to be like, I believe in vaccines, sir. You talked shit on vaccines last week. Sir, there are records. You're on podcasts.
Yeah, like you're on Joe Rogan TV. Like that's the problem. Like every week they're on some news channel, something talking this shit, and it's like, nope, that's not me. Cash Patel, that's not me. 8 times. I don't know that guy. What?
It's just like either don't go talking out on it, or if you are, at least have a good excuse to talk your way to be like, what you don't see is the host asked me this question off camera and then, told me it would be better to answer it this way. Like, make some excuse like that. You're not even doing that. You're just being like, no, I'd say that. Okay, let's play the tape. No, that's not me. We're looking at the video. Nah.
You're not doing a good enough impression of him. He's like, okay, well, let's see the tape. Oh, that's clearly. But to switch topics for a second, you want to know what's just weird? Okay, so I keep my phone on me, right? I don't keep it in silent mode just in case, like, some important notifications I get, like, etc., etc. And this particular one, Canadian provinces, they're taking red state liquors off their shelves. So, like, American-made whiskey shit, like, they're taking it off, like, the shelves in response to the fucking tariffs, and I'm just all like, I didn't know people buy American liquor outside of the U.S. I mean Canada,
I'd expect. That makes sense, because they come down here to spend their money.
If it's good liquor, I mean, like, if it's, like,
No,
gold or blue label.
whiskey and bourbon travel the world, man. Like there's the staples on it. But
If it's gold or blue label, I can understand. But for everything else, no, no. You're gonna tell me you're gonna tell me like they're Canadians that like Jim Beam. Wow. No, no.
I mean, there might be. You don't remember when we had the whole trucker convoy? They were very keen to jump in, even though it has nothing to do with or shouldn't matter. And they were just like, yeah, we're in this.
well,
So
the thing is that you have people from the United States who live in Canada too. So you're trying to get a bigger market share of different people. So that of course you will carry American products.
and plus, like as is mentioned, a lot of times for holidays, a lot of Canadians come down here and spend money. So probably get an acquired taste for a particular thing just because we have. And so then, oh, well, I'll just order it or some shit.
I hope there are some people that view. Well, I mean, there are. I checked the demographics. People of Canada. Now, I understand that you and I might not see eye to eye on a lot of issues. I mean, I myself love the system, The Simpsons. Some of you hate the Simpsons. I absolutely love Spider-Man as a character. Some of you might hate Spider-Man as a character. But for the love of God, please, please, if you actively drink Jim Beam, stop. Seriously, stop. Jim Beam should not enter your lips. That's like saying you drink Thunderbird or MD 2020. May it rest in hell, because I have not seen. I'm pretty sure MD 2020 ceased to exist like a long time ago. But please,
Mad dog.
don't don't buy Jim Beam. Don't drink it, please. Life is worth living. I know it's very controversial right now, given the tariff wars and all this nonsense, and the 2 plane crashes and the mass deportations. But life is worth living. Do not drink Jim Beam. That is my PSA to you. That is my plea to you as a people, Canada. Not Jim Beam. Not Jim Beam.
You know what they should do? Just like how they're getting rid of all the liquor, they should do like how we did the Boston Tea Party. They should pour all that liquor into the Great Lake
Yeah, but like
and let Michigan see what they're missing.
Yeah, but like
So, excuse me.
the fish will just the fish enjoyed the tea that Americans dumped into the ocean. They see that, they see Jim Beam, they're gonna be like, no, fuck that.
Well, it'll be GMB with a lot of other
even the
mix.
aquatic, even life in the aquatic, they know Jim Beam is awful. Like people here in the states drink it because like it's a lot like drinking Budweiser for fucking some reason. They think it's patriotic, despite the fact that Anheuser Busch got bought out by a South American Belgian company over a decade ago. So they're technically drinking a foreign-made beer. But like, fish, mammals, every animal in nature, minus humans, they understand that Jim Beam is shit. They do. Eagles will not use them in their nests. Bears will just see that shit and hoof it at a homeless guy, because even bears don't like homeless people. And turtles, you think turtles will have anything to do with Jim Beam? Like, they're just gonna see that shit and they're gonna be like, nah, they'll just bury it in the ocean. They'll just bury it in the sand along with the other dead bodies that are buried in the sand, because they're just all like, those people that are buried in the sand, they deserve Jim Beam because they did something stupid. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, no.
But now I use Jim Beam has its uses. When you have a party with girls and you want to make like a Miss Jungle juice drink, you buy a lot of Jim Beam on the cheap. You got Jim Beam apple, Jim Beam honey.
No.
The
Yeah.
trauma of jungle juice drink was just.
It's just like when they use fucking Natty Ice. Like if you got a big enough party, you got to save some money on the margin somewhere. Like me, I'm just a volume drinker. I'll drink shit, fucking alcohol if it's enough of it. What I used to do is get the Bacardi 180 and just fucking take a couple shots of that, and then I could drink cheap fucking liquor all the time because my mouth couldn't taste shit.
I mean, officially, that's usually how I worked at bars when I had low budget. Just switch over to PBR.
Well, PBR still has the hipster crowd for some reason, so I'll give that a pass at the very least, if not, if just for that. But like, no, Jim Beam, that is a hard. I'm willing to die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I will
Oh, I'm not
die
gonna
on
die
this
for
hill.
Jim Beam. I'm not
I
gonna
am
die for
so
James Beam.
anti Jim Beam. Look what happened with Dem-oCrazy. And you know we're actually coming close to time, right? Like I went on this rant for Jim Beam of all fucking. Oh my god, I'm so
You mean
sorry.
Mr. James Beam the third?
Oh, fuck Jim Beam. On that note. See, I said life is worth living. I hope that Jim Beam rant put a smile on your faces. On that note, thank you for tuning in to Dem-oCrazy. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. You take care, and later on.